What's going on YouTube? JV here, and today I have a MLB the Show 20 kind of tips and trick video for you. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about 5 things. I would call them tips, suggestions, whatever you want to say, but 5 things that could help you boost your rank seasons rating. I know a lot of times you get stuck at like kind of a threshold and you're not really where you think you could be, or you might need to get an extra 20 points here or 20 points there to get to that next level. And in today's video, I'm going to give you 5 things that you should be doing that could help you move a little further as far as rank seasons go and your rating. So hopefully this video, hopefully this video helps you guys out. If you like what you guys see, do not forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you would like to, and yeah, let's get to the video. All right, guys, so as you can see, we have a gaming monitor here up on the screen, and I am telling you, it makes a difference. If you are not playing on a gaming monitor, you are automatically playing at a disadvantage to somebody who may be playing on a gaming monitor. It's just the truth. The response time is different. If you're seeing 102 miles an hour fastball from Aroldis Chapman and you're playing on a TV, good night. It is just, it's not going to happen. Get yourself a gaming monitor. As you can see, this is the one I use on the screen. I have 3 of these in my setup, and it's perfect. It works like a charm. It's only $200. You can even probably find them for 120, 150 bucks, whatever it may be, used on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. But get you a gaming monitor, and I promise you, just that alone will boost your rank seasons record. I assure you that. I promise you that. And you might already be good on a TV, and power to you, but you will no doubt see progression by just going to a gaming monitor. So make that happen. But yeah, I'll put the link down in the description for this exact one if you guys are interested. No ad, no promo, nothing for me. It's just an idea to help you guys. But let's get to the next one. All right, guys, so number two, I'm going to go over settings, as you can see here on the screen, hitting settings in particular. At the end of the day, guys, hitting trumps all in MLB the Show Diamond Dynasty. You can have whoever you want out there pitching, Pedro Martinez, Bartolo Colon, whatever it may be. But at the end of the day, if you aren't a great hitter, an elite hitter, it's going to be hard for you to climb up those ranks. And to me, these are the best hitting settings you will find. I know for a fact, and I am friends with a lot of these guys, but a lot of the elite guys, a lot of the top tier players use these settings. So I'm going to recommend them to you. And I know for sure, once you get used to these settings, you'll see an increase in all of your offensive numbers. So settings in particular that you probably need to change. 1, hitting view. I definitely think you guys should be hitting in the strike zone hitting view of some sort, whether it's strike zone 1, 2, or 3, strike zone high, strike zone offset. But strike zone, you just have a beautiful view of the plate. It's a little bit zoomed in, but we're going to get to why that's a good thing here in a second. And the next setting for me, and I'm going to go back to strike zone 1 here, but the next setting that I think you guys really need to change is zone hitting. This is very important. So please, if you're going to take away anything from this video outside of the gaming monitor, take away from this, you need to be playing on zone hitting. And zone hitting means you're pretty much using the left joystick on the PS4 controller to control where the PCI, the plate coverage indicator, the circle you see when you're hitting, the circle that you need to put on the baseball to hit the ball, determining how much contact and power you have. You get to use the left joystick to control where that ball's coming in at. So ball's coming in, pitch is coming in, you see it, it's 102, it's up and in, you can tell it's up and in. You move that joystick up, left, and in, and put it right on the ball, and you get 100% user input. The most important setting in the entire game, I believe, is right here. Zone hitting on the hitting interface. Some of you guys may succeed without it, or there might be a lot of you guys who don't use it, but at the end of the day, I really believe you're at a disadvantage if you do not use zone hitting. Comment down in the comment section below if you don't use zone hitting and if you're in the World Series, because to me alone, I feel like that's a tremendous, a tremendous feat. So yeah, zone hitting. Let's move on a little bit. Some things that are a little bit less important, but when you do have zone hitting on, you then need to worry about your plate coverage indicator, as you see here. Make sure that it is on for 1. And then here, this is just customizing your PCI, what it looks like in the center, the outer PCI, the inner PCI, the color of your PCI. You can change it. They have so many colors. It's very customizable this year, which is new this year. So if you don't like the way the default PCI looks, go ahead and change it up with those settings there. One more setting I want to talk about, guys, is pitching. For pitching, pure analog. I highly suggest pure analog. If not pure analog, the classic, the good old meter pitching. But to me, pure analog, you get the most user input. And if you make an error in the first half of your pitch, you can make up with it in the second half of your pitch, which is why I love pure analog. This is where you use the right joystick to pitch. The left joystick is going to, you're going to place the ball where you want it. So up and left for the top left corner, up and in to a righty, obviously. And then that right joystick you're going to use to pull down. So when you pull down on the pitch, that starts the pitch in the windup. You get to where you need to go down when you pull down, and then you pop it up into the mark on the follow through to complete the pitch. Try it out. I promise you, once you get used to it, you will see a drastic increase in your overall pitching numbers, or you should, as long as you master it. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen real quickly, but analog pitching, zone hitting, highly, highly, highly recommend them. If you're having trouble moving up in ranked seasons and you're not using those two things, I promise you, come back to the video after you watch. I promise you that will help you without a doubt, without a doubt. But let's move on to the next one, guys. Let's move on to the next one. All right, guys, so number 3, the next thing I want to talk about is practice mode, which is what you see here. And a lot of people won't even hop into a ranked game or hop into any sort of ranked anything in Diamond Dynasty until they hop into practice mode and just really get a feel for their swing, get a feel for what's going on, adjust some settings, PCI, whatever it may be. So you see I got the PCI here. I'm moving it around with my left joystick as we just talked about in the previous video. Got a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, which you cannot see because my face is in the way. And I'll move this up to the top left here. Got a 97-mile-an-hour fastball up and in. Spam that joystick up to the top left. And got a nice base hit into right. As you can see, 96-mile-an-hour fastball down and away. I had good swing timing, by pressing X, but I just did not put the PCI where I wanted it to there. So I was unable to get the hit. But you can see the PCI rolling around with my left joystick, and then you press X to swing. Another good swing, good timing swing. We just got a little under it with the slider. But yes, guys, you kind of get the gist. You can get into practice mode, practice around with your settings, grind out hitting on Hall of Fame, face different pitchers, whatever. Me, last year, I would go face Chapman on Hall of Fame, legend, use a left-handed hitter, and to me, that's how I was able to really practice and get where I wanted to be quickest before I hopped into a ranked seasons game. It was the best left-handed reliever, the left-handed reliever who I struggled with the most last year in DD. So I thought whenever I knew I was going to play sweaties or really competitive, I'd hop into practice mode and just take cuts against Chapman for 15 minutes. Then I would hop into ranked seasons and just feel a lot better about the game from there. But yes, practice mode, guys, I highly suggest it. Just 5-10 minutes, warm up, get your fingers loose, mess around with your PCI, your settings, and it will help you. It's just one of those things that's not a huge deal, but if you're not doing it and you think it could help you, I hope that helps you. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. All right, guys, so number 4, we're going to talk about pitching, how to attack hitters, what you should be doing when you're up in the count, down in the count, whatever it may be. But a lot of people think that they have to throw strikes. You're playing baseball, you're pitching, I have to throw strikes here. And it's just not the case. Some of you guys might think that this is common sense as far as gameplay goes and such, but not everybody knows this. You do not have to throw strikes. I would actually go as far as saying do not throw strikes early in the at-bats, especially when you're in rank 700 plus. These guys are above average players, so when you throw strikes to these guys, they're gonna pound them. Let's just be honest. Hitting just trumps all. So when I start off my account, when I start off my at-bats, I like to beat around the bush, move the ball around the strike zone, make a pitch look like a strike, but have it fall off the plate. Curveballs low, fastballs, sinkers in off the plate. So here we go. We have a 0-0 count. There's 2 outs. I have a little bit of play here to be risky. So I'm going to go fastball up. First pitch, right? Above the strike zone, he lays off of it. Cool. We're only down in the count 1-0. I know I can throw a fastball over the plate to even up this count if I want to, but it's only 1-0, so there's no point to. So knuckle curve. We'll go knuckle curve down and in. See what he does. Lays off it again. So now it's 2-0. There's 2 outs. I don't really want to force him a fastball here for him to hit a solo home run. So I'm going to continue to nibble, but I'm going to be a little bit more safe here. So I'm going to go change up down and away, not fastball 2-0. Change up down and away, which ended up right down the middle. But if I hit my spot, moral of the story, you do not have to feed fastballs, jump ahead of counts. When you fall behind in a count, you don't have to throw a fastball down the middle. Try to get your opponent to get himself out first. And then if he does a good job at laying off pitches and working counts, then we're going to move into the strike zone a little bit and be a little bit more risky. But at the end of the day, guys, just don't force fastballs in the strike zone, especially early in counts. Don't be afraid to use your pitches. Don't be afraid to get into your pitch count and get into your bullpen. Just don't make it easy for your opponent. Make your opponent work for it. That's my biggest piece of advice while pitching. Make your opponent work for it. Don't just feed him strikes. Make him earn the strikes. And I hope that makes sense. But yeah, that's going to be number 4. Like I said, I hope that makes sense. It's a little bit confusing to explain, but yeah, hopefully it helps. Let's move on to the next one. All right, guys, so number 5 is going to be know what kind of player you are. And what I mean by that, let's say you're pitching. Are you a kind of guy who likes to use finesse arms? Like here you see on my screen, I have Alec Mills, Kluber, Whitley. These are more finesse kind of guys, lots of movement, sinkers, cutters, changeups. Or are you a pitcher who likes to use, are you somebody who likes to use Nate Pearson or James Paxton, a power arm, high velo, somebody who likes to blow pitches by their opponent? Kind of try to build your offense and your pitching staff around the type of player you are. Me, I like a lot of finesse. I'm going to have more finesse in here. The only reason why I have Pearson and Paxton in is because I'm trying to prestige Paxton, and I'm going to do a YouTube video on Pearson, but I would have Oral Hershiser and Kershaw in here, more finesse guys. Me, I succeed more with finesse pitchers, so that's why I use finesse pitchers. But try to figure out which one you succeed with, because at the end of the day, that will help you. Same with the bullpen. We can move on to the starting lineup. Me, I'm not a huge power hitting guy. I don't like guys with small vision, low contact, but lots of oomph, as you would say. I need high vision, high contact guys who can hit it gap to gap all over the field, because I tend to, spread the ball around the field. I don't power swing very much, so I'd rather have, balanced offense, which is kind of what I have on the screen compared to, just big power bats who hit dongs all day. And some people can do that. I'm not one of them, and I'm just jealous. But know what kind of player you are is what I'm trying to say, and try to build your team around, that play style, whether it's pitching, hitting, bullpen, your created player. Build it around what kind of player you seem to be or what you do best. I know that kind of seems like a silly one, and it may be, but for me, I know what kind of player I am, and my roster usually tends to correlate the same thing. So yeah, know what kind of player you are, build your team around that kind of player, and that kind of does it for the video. That happened fast. That happened really fast. Sorry about this zoom in screen. I just didn't want to be, at the other screen. But hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope there's something, whether it's all 5 of these things, one of these things, one tidbit of this video. I hope something in here helped you. And let me know in the comment section. Let me know if there's something that you're going to change moving forward, because I would like to know. I will answer every single comment. I promise you that. Expect more MLB The Show content moving forward almost every day, if not every other day, but at least 5 or so times a week. I'm really diving full into this. So if you want to come along for the ride, don't be afraid to hit the like button, comment, subscribe, noti bells, ding, ding, whatever you want to do. But I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you for watching, and go Tribe.
Got the mojo deals, we been tripping like 80. Pulling out the coupe at the lot.